remember getting real pissed off at you for not doing dishes.
Were those, at the very least, those are both of our dishes.
I'm not debating whose dishes they are. I'm just saying that they were there all day, and then I'd come home and they'd still be there, and I'd be like, mad.
Now,
But that was because of the sleep deprivation. I wasn't actually mad, and 2 seconds later, I was happy again.
So how do we get off of this dishes situation without ripping our heads off? I don't think we've ever addressed this dishes situation. I would say that maybe they were a quarter of my dishes.
You think there were 75% of my dishes?
Well, yeah, because you'd stack them, and then you'd like at the end of the week do all the dishes all at once.
It would take me like an hour and a half.
Yeah, and then there would be like gunk at the bottom of the sink.
And
But-
then I'd blame you for that gunk.
But
That was because of the sleep deprivation. I wasn't actually mad, and 2 seconds later, I was happy again. I was just giving you an example of those mood swings to put it into perspective for our audience. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Virgins podcast. You may have seen our first 40 minutes, but this right now is where the real episode starts.
right.
Matt, take it away.
So these dishes. No. Yeah. I think that is a reasonable take. We didn't have the
Have another
cleanest,
sip of your Lady Celsius, and then let's have this conversation.
we didn't have the cleanest apartment. One might say that it was haphazard.
There was a number of guests who complained and said that they did not want to spend another minute in this squalor. We said, if you don't like it, the bed's in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's not set up for you, so you can leave.
Yep.
It was funny, like everything on the outskirts of the apartment was a mess, but the podcasting area, once cleaned up for the guest,
Yeah,
was
immaculate.
Yeah.
That's what everyone would say. They'd come in and they'd be like, wow, you guys really put a lot of effort into this 30 square foot area.
Yeah, dude, it was a pretty nice 30 square foot though.
Yeah. It that 30 square foot area has set the standard for all other 30 square foot areas.
Yeah, in that for a while we won't have that much square feet.
Not to dedicate to being immaculate.
No.
It's just not feasible.
No, I don't think so. So how do we get off of this dishes situation without ripping our heads off?
Do you remember how we had said that sleep deprivation comes with immense mood swings?
Yeah.
Give it another 30 seconds of just stewing in anger, and we'll be happy again.
Yeah.
Oh, can I get a sip of water?
Of course.
I'd be right back. Oh, talk to him about that idea you were telling me about, that you think that the marketing campaign for Celsius is just women.
This guy's
They're
talking to me about dishes.
They're going to love it.
This guy's talking to me about dishes from... And that's what I liked most about the marketing campaign for Celsius. Celsius, for ladies who want to have the same energy drink as guys, but under a different title and different ingredients. Celsius, for ladies who want to have an energy drink in the afternoon because coffee just won't do it, because when you have coffee in the afternoon, it'll give you a panic attack for some reason that Celsius won't give. Celsius, for the ladies and the guys who like flavors that are otherwise not found in the ingredients in Red Bull with extra riboflavin. Does that resonate with you?
I thought you were gonna say Celsius, where the taste is found nowhere else in nature. Thought that's where you were going with it, and I liked that idea of yours.
Thanks.
I thought that really would have resonated with a lot of people. Not me, but
No.
I'm sure a lot of other people it would have resonated with.
Yeah, and if Cotton Candy Bang was releasing a similar message, that would
Bang!
Bang. I have a question along this front.
'Kay.
I had mentioned this whole coffee versus energy drink things in the afternoon.
Okay.
I've never had an afternoon coffee and not felt awful afterwards. But energy drinks are different. Would you have a 4:00 coffee, like a 4:00 large iced coffee?
Yeah, I think I would. It would have to be okay. So a lot of times, what happens in my household currently is, we'll have coffees. Michaela and I will get a coffee. We'll either make it, or there's like a machine downstairs, or maybe we'll go out for coffee. Whatever the case is, we have coffee. Michaela is notorious for not finishing her coffee, and then a couple hours after, she'll be like, "Hey, do you want the rest of my coffee?" Sometimes that comes along at 2:00, and I'm like, I'm not gonna waste the coffee.
Yeah.
I'll take the coffee. So if I was offered like a maybe 3/4 full large iced coffee at 2:00 in the afternoon, I'd probably sip it for a while. I don't think I'd finish it. Now, I think I have more propensity to say no to an energy drink at all times of the day. We had that little spurt where all we were doing was drinking energy drinks rather than coffee. Because I think our coffee maker was, let's just say, on the fritz again.
Did we ever buy in bulk energy drinks?
Yep.
Did we get? Oh, we got Red Bull, right?
Yes,
we just got
did, yep.
a bunch of Red Bulls.
Yep. Which, by the way, were like $35.
Was that a lot?
It just seems outrageous to me.
Yeah.
It's like the most expensive thing in Costco.
Damn it, Costco. Our shopping habits in Costco were outrageous.
Yeah, anytime I had any amount of extra money.
It was like $300 of a bill, and then we'd look in the fridge and be like, "What do we eat tonight?" We have $300 of ice cream and candy.
We bought root beer in bulk again.
Oh my god, we bought like a box of 18 bottled root beers.
Yeah.
And there's no dinner tonight. And there's no room left in the food budget. Costco is a dangerous bulk buy when you really have no reason to bulk at all.
Yeah. Well, that's not entirely true. I heard it was bulking season back then.
Yeah, I mean, the toilet paper lasted a long time, but the ice cream did not.
That is true. Yeah, we didn't really perfect that ratio.
We'd be having like 2 ice creams each a night for a while.
Yeah. And sometimes 2 frozen pizzas.
Oh yeah, dude, those were good.
Gotta go back there. We're out of frozen pizza right now. I think I've also had pizza 3 days in a row. Michaela
that
had
sounds
a work
good,
party
dude.
earlier last week, and she brought home like leftover gluten-free pizza. And so I had that. And then the next night, we were like, we haven't eaten out in a while. What if we just get Domino's? It's snowing. Come home, watch a movie. We got Domino's. And then last night we were with her family, and they're like, what do you guys think about getting a pizza? Going home and watching a movie? And I said, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I switched it up last night. I got a cheeseburger pizza. Pretty dang good.
I
That's
see.
all I'm going to say on the matter.
Yeah. I, what percentage of pizza restaurants do you think are worse than Domino's?
Ooh. Worse. What does worse mean to you?
Like you're eating the pizza and you're like, honestly, Domino's would be better than this.
Are you factoring in price?
Nope, just taste.
I think I got to factor in price because at most like gluten-free pizzas, there's some exceptions to this rule. But most gluten-free pizzas, there's like a bare minimum that they achieve, and they hit that every time. So like last night's pizza tasted a lot like Domino's, and Domino's tastes like a lot of gluten-free pizzas.
Damn.
But occasionally there's one that's like phenomenal crust, mainly crust. The toppings and the sauce don't really change pizza to pizza. Obviously, some are better than others, you know. But for me, it's a crust. The gluten-free pizzas are all thin crust, crunchy, and they burn the shit out of them.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, are there only thin crust gluten-free pizzas?
At most restaurants, that's all they serve. Like if you go to a pizza place, it's usually and you order a gluten-free pizza, it's usually just thin crust. But I've been seeing some alternatives pop up. There's a couple frozen ones that are like a thick, like Detroit style pizza. So it's in like a cardboard box. And it's
Yeah, I know the type.
a rectangle.
Hmm.
So that's not thin crust anymore. Once you start having to describe it as this, you know.